Global warming. Introduction. One of the greatest of all challenges faced by planet Earth is global warming. Earth, which has housed numerous species for billions of years, is facing continuous threat by the effects of global warming, which include lethal diseases, extreme temperatures, and natural hazards. According to reliable scientific studies, global warming can turn the Earth into a ghost planet in about 1 million years, wiping off life on Earth except some forms of microbes that may survive. Further indications show that atmospheric temperature will become unbearable in 500,000 years, and a number of species will be significantly affected in coming centuries, leading to their extinction eventually. How harmful is global warming? Global warming, in simple words, is the gradual increase of Earth's atmospheric temperature. The rise in temperature is due to increase in greenhouse gases by some natural and some humanly reasons. There are, however, two schools of thoughts on the burning issue. One which believes that global warming is a genuine threat and needs immediate attention, the other believing that the issue is hyped up and not really as big as it is projected. There is enough evidence to support the former. Surveys conducted recently show that year 1991 was the hottest year of the past century, and 2010 being the hottest ever on record. They also tell us that sea levels have globally risen and natural hazards including hurricanes and storms have increased in number and intensity. All this due to massive increase in greenhouse gases. Causes of global warming. 1. Greenhouse effects. Altering the greenhouse effect balance due to increase in greenhouse gases is the major cause of global warming. These gases trap the solar heat in Earth's atmosphere, not allowing it to radiate back. This helps keep the Earth temperature warm. Without those gases, atmospheric temperature would be unbearably cold. Some of those gases are naturally present. However, massive increase in greenhouse gases is disrupting the balance and further warming the global temperature. These gases include carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, water vapors, methane, and others. 2. Industrialization. Carbon dioxide emissions being one of the major contributors of rise in global temperature. This is due to burning large amount of fossil fuels, oil and gas mainly. Various studies have shown that industrial revolution that began in 1800s have been a major contributor of CO2 emissions, hence increasing the greenhouse gas concentrations and leading to global warming. Fuel combustion, plants and machineries etc. release large amounts of CO2 which remain in the atmosphere and contribute to the warmth of temperature. These emissions increase at an increasing rate as the world develops and human population grows. 3. Growth in population. Growth in human population means growth in industrialization and increase in transport vehicles, and as a result growth in CO2 emissions. Transport vehicles used for convenience release gases that cause global warming. It has been tested that less fuel-efficient vehicles release greater amount of CO2. Different appliances used in homes, e.g. refrigerators, microwave ovens etc. release chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, another greenhouse gas and a byproduct of technological advancement. Greater human convenience is leaving a warmer atmospheric temperature for future our generations, causing imbalance in nature at the cost of advancement. 4. Deforestation. Deforestation is yet reason why the global temperature keeps rising. Large amount of trees are cut and dismantled for their use in building and furniture industries. Trees, as we know, absorb CO2 and use it in the process of photosynthesis to acquire energy. Trees also release oxygen in return, which is essential for human survival. Sometimes deforestation occurs naturally in case of bushfire in Australia and Africa, when acres of wood catches fire and burn to ashes, releasing CO2 in abundance. Deforestation on large scale is contributing towards the natural imbalance of atmospheric temperature. Effects of global warming. Gradual increase in temperature may not sound a short-term issue, but it has far-reaching consequences over life on Earth, affecting every aspect of human life, and continues to remain a threat to our survival. 1. Ozone depletion causing diseases. Ozone depletion is one of the major and direct consequences of increase in greenhouse gases. Ozone layer is a shield of ozone molecules, consisting of 3 oxygen atoms, over the Earth's atmosphere. This blanket of ozone absorbs ultraviolet rays emitted by the sun before they reach us. These rays, being harmful in nature, can cause lethal diseases like skin cancer and blindness. It has been scientifically asserted that greenhouse gases are gradually depleting the ozone blanket, allowing more ultraviolet rays to reach the Earth's atmosphere and cause the diseases. 2. Abrupt climate changes and extreme weather. Abrupt climate changes and extreme weathers have been felt in different regions of the globe in past century, and global warming is contributing factor to the sudden changes. Different regions have witnessed extreme cold or extreme hot weathers, causing uncertainty in climatic conditions disturbing humans and animal species. Increased precipitation in dry areas and droughts in some tropical regions are an example of sudden climatic changes which may become even more uncertain in years to come. This will have a significant impact on the way of living of those affected regions. 3. Rising sea level and melting glaciers. Global warming also causes an increase in sea levels. As the temperature increases globally, glaciers eventually melt into the oceans, and this in turn will raise the sea levels. According to IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global temperature may rise from 1.4 to 6 degrees Celsius and sea levels to 20 millimeters by 2100. According to scientific studies, the maximum estimates are more likely. Increase in sea levels by melting of glaciers mean wasting a lot of pure water. Different countries are almost at war on the issue of clean water, and its wastage is an unbearable loss to underdeveloped nations. 4. Acid rainfall, floods, drought and effects on agriculture. It has been seen natural hazards, e.g. acid rain, droughts, floods, hurricanes and tropical storms have increased in ratio as well as intensity in recent years. Findings have shown that global warming is causing all that. Floods will have a major impact on people living in coastal areas, destroying their homes and adding to the number of refugees. E.g. recent flood in Sindh and Baluchistan left hundreds of thousands of people homeless. Disastrous hurricanes like Katrina and Irene were witnessed in the U.S. different parts of Europe. Hazards like increased precipitation, floods and droughts are significantly affecting the agricultural industry, destroying enormous area of cultivated crop every year. This has worsened the already vulnerable issue of food crisis in underdeveloped regions. 5. Extinction of species and biodiversity. Global warming is not only harmful for humans but also severely affects biodiversity. Different species require different temperatures for their survival, and extreme weather conditions, abrupt changes in warm atmosphere is leading to their extinction at a larger scale. This also hampers medical research, which requires certain kinds of species for production of life-saving drugs. Not only that, it also serves as a barrier to life cycle, which consequently may lead to an equal extinction of various living organisms depending on extinct species for their survival. How to curtail global warming? Knowing all that, global warming paints a bleak picture of life on planet Earth. It's never too late to act and contain the menace. There is a lot that can be done in this regard. 1. UN and IPCC. United Nations, being an autonomous forum, has to accept responsibility and take charge. The body must enact laws to curtail global warming and encourage countries to comply with the laws or face sanctions. UN has recently taken an initiative and made a body called IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change. The body consists of scientists responsible for investigating climate change and submitting a yearly report with findings and recommendations to contain global warming. Such steps must be appreciated and supported by all countries, particularly the developed nations. 2. Kyoto Protocol. Kyoto Protocol Agreement is an example of another such initiative. A meeting held in 1993, attended and endorsed by all major powers including USA, China, Russia, India, Pakistan and others. The first meeting in which all the countries agreed to contribute in reduction of global warming in the best of their capacity. Unfortunately, no concrete steps have been taken and no visible results appear to seen in this regard. Initiatives like this must not go in vain and ought to be taken seriously. 3. Control by law and regulations. It is estimated that 70% of the global warming is caused by US and China alone. Developed countries, being major contributors to global warming, must accept responsibility and share the burden. They must allocate separate funds for reduction of global warming, which may then be used to develop clean technology which might eventually replace the conventional, hazardous CO2 emitting technology. These countries must lead and enact such laws which require ban on extensive use of fossil fuels and increased use of green fuel like nuclear energy and renewable resources which have fairly low or no greenhouse-emitting gases. 4. Increase of forest. Increased forestation helps in reduction of global warming by absorbing greenhouse gases. Plantation initiatives, replenishment of dismantled trees must be regulated and monitored in order to decrease the effects of global warming. This is by far the easiest way to sustain the environment and contain global warming. 5. Control human population. As we have established that most of greenhouse gases are caused by human activities. Controlling the human population would mean enacting a barrier in use of technological goods which emit greenhouse gases. This in turn will eventually reduce the effects of global warming. Steps must be taken to control the growth of human population which is increasing at an increasing rate and contributing to global warming. 6. Awareness among masses. Educating the masses and spreading awareness regarding the menace may lead to gradual decline in global warming. Countries must finance mass awareness campaigns by educating the citizens to limit their use of fossil fuels and transport, e.g. sharing a car on the way to work and back, encouraging the use of public transport, not using plastic bags which take years to decay and release abundant amount of greenhouse gases. Such small steps do count collectively and make a difference. Both citizens and governments of the countries must share responsibility to control global warming.